when he found me, I wasn't necessarily in a good place, and he told me, try to get into tarot reading. You got that gift. My name is Roxanne Ramirez. I'm the owner of Second Sight. I started this business about 3 months ago, roughly. It started out over at Pearls, where I used to work. It started from there. I did tarot card readings for people whenever I could, and eventually I kind of just went my own way. And now I established myself here with a little shop where we sell spiritual items such as crystals, pendulums. We sell evil eye amulets. We sell candles. We also sell sage as well. My family, we have a bunch of fortune tellers throughout history in my family. One specific one we have a picture of in here. She was a psychic and a tarot reader herself, as well as she was an outlaw. She specialized in the tarot reading specifically. I did it in her honor. She went through a lot of hardships in her life, but she turned her life around through tarot reading. With those tarot readings she used to do for people, she managed to help them by guiding them and giving them the closure that they needed. Since the time that I was very little, I've always been very in tune with the world around me. Like, I've always felt something was a little bit different, I guess you could say, with me, where there were times where I always had those gut feelings that something was going to happen. Sometimes things would happen right after I think about it, or I just have that feeling. I didn't really know how exactly to channel that, and I learned a little bit more about my history when I met my biological father. He told me we had tarot readers and psychics in our family. He told me it would help you maybe if you tried to pick up tarot reading. Maybe it might help, keep you out of trouble, because he knew that I wasn't necessarily in a good place. And he told me, try to get into tarot reading. You got that gift. It was not necessarily too hard. The biggest thing with me is that it took a lot of time and it took patience. It took a lot of patience. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm somebody who, when I get something started, I want to just go. When I see results, I just want to keep moving forward. When I found out I was getting this premise, I was so excited, but I was just so impatient. My experience, well, here's the thing. Back when I first came into the city, of course, there was a lot of differences with Dockle compared to now. When I first came into the city, they were semi-helpful. I'm going to be honest here. There were times where I wish they were around, because there were points where, with my schedule, how it is, it's like a little all over the place. It was a little bit difficult to get a hold of them at times. I'm not going to cover that up. I'm pretty straightforward. As we went forward with all the hardships that happened, especially at the end of September, I was a little bit scared, to be honest, because I didn't know when I was supposed to be getting my place, and I knew that it was under construction, and I didn't know if it was going to get pushed back, but thankfully none of my business stuff got lost, and everything was pretty much still on track. So I got my place on time. There was a little bit of uncertainty. Otherwise, my experience with Dockle was much better towards the end with the changes and everything. So Dockle, I really appreciate everything that you've done for me so far. All your hard work. Thank you.
What about the experience with Tech and Sons and getting the premises and everything built?
They were very receptive. Like, they were always on their A game. Olivia Adams, she asked me, like, what would I like? Does this look okay? I could go on and on about it. Like, they were very receptive, and they were always just keeping me updated. Like I was saying, it was the patience. Patience was one of my biggest hurdles. When I am very good at something, or I'm very eager, I just want to go. And the hardest part of it all was just waiting for the shop. I had no problems with doing tarot readings. Another hurdle was I was also working a second job. I didn't have a place where I can kind of just break away and to do tarot readings. It's just, it got a little bit stressful at times because I would be thinking about the other job while I was also working on my business.
Are you currently making money at this point or still breaking even?
I'm not shying away from sharing about my finances. Yes, I'm making quite a bit of money, but I don't care for the money. It's just, if I'm helping people, that's all that matters.
If you were to give advice to yourself, what would you say?
It would be that, of course, marketing is key for any kind of business, but I believe that the real key is persistence. When it comes to persistence and activity, you'll be more successful because you're interacting with the community, and posting media with good cause can also grab the consumer's attention. With your business, as long as it's standing, your reputation, it's always going to be on the line. The biggest downfall to any kind of business is the lack of activity, but more so fear. I know it sounds pretty corny, but it's true. You need to push that fear back. Running a business is not easy, and there's going to be times where you're going to hit some bumps in the road, but how you present yourself and how you deal with the situation is an important key to success. And if you make a mistake and you go away from it and avoid the situation, you're not going to get through it. You're not going to get anything done. It's going to make the situation worse. But if you grow a pair and you face it, you can accomplish way more.
Do you have any upcoming projects that you're working on that you'd like to let people know about?
I do have projects, but I do want to keep it a little bit hush hush. I like surprises.
Awesome. Thank you so much for this.
You're welcome.